Hi, my name is Sarah Kemani, and I'm here to give an informative speech. Walking on trail is something that I really enjoy. Growing up, myself and my siblings walked on trails to fetch firewood for our mom. We enjoyed eating the wild berries, picking flowers, and also seeing some insects like grasshoppers that we found very interesting. One day, myself, my siblings, and some other friends, we got lost on this new trail. We spent the whole day walking and we couldn't find our way back home. As kids, we found it to be so fun. But when it started to get dark, we got so scared. Luckily, a shepherd who was grazing some cattle found us and helped us find our way back home. Thank God for this good Samaritan man. Today, I'm going to tell you information about the Appalachian Trail. I'll tell you of the location, the first person to trail this path, and an outbreak that happened to the hikers. I've not walked on this trail, so the information that I'm going to give you is from the research that I have done. According to a book titled The Appalachian Trail, published in 1964 by the U.S. Forest Service Department of Agriculture, give us the general information of this trail. The Appalachian National Scenic Trail is a 2,180-mile-long footpath along ridge crows and valleys of the Appalachian Mountains from Katahdin in Maine to Springer Mountain in northern Georgia. The trail goes through 8 national forests, 2 national parks, several states and parks, and many miles of private land in 13 states. The Appalachian Trail is designated for the foot travel. You can do like a 1-hour hike, a full day hike, or you can do the whole trail from Maine to Georgia or vice versa. And basically this takes between 3 to 6 months depending on your pace. And most of the hikers choose going from Georgia all the way to Maine. So you may wonder, how did this trail come along? Benson McTay, who was a forester with the U.S. Forest Service Department of Agriculture, envisioned about this trail. This was in 1922, but the trail was completed in 1937 by the trail clubs who joined existing trail to the new ones, and that's how the Appalachian Trail came to be. Well, I'm sure you'd love to know the first person to walk on this trail. According to a book by Ben Montgomery, published in 2014, titled Grandma Gertrude Walk, the inspiring story of a woman who saved the Appalachian Trail, tells us of this story of this great grandma. Emma Gertrude, a 67-year-old great-grandma, left her home in a small town in Ohio with just a change of clothes and less than $200 in her pocket. She told her family that she was going for a walk, and the next time people heard from her, she had walked 800 miles along the Appalachian Trail. In September of the same year, she got to the top of the Katahdin Mountain in Maine, and there she sang the first verse of the American Dream. And she also proclaimed, "I said I would do it, and I have done it." Emma Gertrude became the first person to walk on this trail, not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times. She did it again in 1960 and in 1963 when she was 75 years old. There's a monument on the Appalachian Trail that is dedicated to her. Emma Gertrude left a legacy that is followed by many hikers even up to this day. Well, she had survived rattlesnake bites, hurricanes, and even gangster in the city of Harlem. But this didn't hinder her from doing and achieving her goal. We can learn from this amazing woman. Well, I'm sure food and water is very important if we are going to hike on this trail. According to an environmental journal published in 2002 titled The Norwalk Virus Outbreak on the Appalachian Trail by Pepin Rossi, Highfield Kathy, Barrett Elizabeth, and Monty Michelle, tell us about this gastrointestinal illness that happened to the hikers. This was in 1999 between May and June in a city of Catawba in Virginia. So the hikers experienced symptoms like diarrhea, vomiting, and even nausea. This was after 2 days when they got in this city. So the Department of Health did some tests and took some samples, like the serum samples, 2 samples, and the test results showed that there was some bacteria and virus in a water source, mostly a well that supplies water on the nearby city. So just to keep in mind that poor sanitation, scarce water, and even overcrowding can cause these kind of illnesses among the long distance hikers. Well, in conclusion, as you can see, Appalachian Trail will give you an epic adventure. And also we have learned about this inspiring woman who taught people that with determination anything is possible. And also, just to keep in mind, in case you plan to walk on trail, clean water is very important. As one of the hikers said by the name Rev Kane, that no television show, no movie, not even a book can impact your soul like a moment in nature. Thank you, and thank you for listening to me.